Rockets, they'll take on the Lakers tonight, and this will be a rubber match of the season series. The teams have split their first two matchups, with each team winning their home game so far. That is the backdrop for tonight's meeting. So for more on this game, our reporter covering the Lakers, Dave McMenamin, joins us. Dave, how are the Lakers approaching tonight's matchup with this as a potential second-round series?
Yeah, Malik, I'm not even sure we can call them the Rockets tonight, because Houston is resting everyone from Dylan Brooks, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr., Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson. They're all out of the lineup. So the Lakers need to be on high alert, because they've had some letdown games in the second half of the season. They lost to Utah. They lost to Charlotte. They lost to Brooklyn. They lost to Chicago twice. I know they were better than the other three teams I mentioned, but still sub 500. And they can't just look at the Rockets tonight and say, oh, this is a guaranteed win, because if they mess around and don't win the game, then you're talking about a true must-win on Sunday in Portland in order to secure the 3 seed. And I know the Lakers have gone 10-7 against the top teams in the West. That is certainly a testament to what they can do when they play their best. But when they don't bring their A game, they've gotten themselves into some trouble this year. So I was talking to Dorian Finney-Smith in Dallas the other night about this, and he said, listen, we're just talking about we got to stay locked in to get one more win. And then we're buying ourselves a couple extra days rest. We can play the end of the bench guys in Portland on Sunday and really use the next 9-10 days to get ready for our first round opponent.
Yeah, this is one of those games you can't look ahead. You can't overlook your opponent no matter who is out on the floor. So we'll hold the pause, if you will, until after this game is finished. Dave McMenamin, thank you so much for stopping by FBA today. Y'all had to be on our show yesterday. The Lakers, they're one win away from being able to clinch the Pacific Division, or a Clippers loss tonight would also secure that spot. JJ Redick would be the first rookie head coach to win the division with the Lakers since Pat Riley did it in 81-82. That really sets the tone for Los Angeles heading into the postseason. But when you look at the Western Conference, bringing back in Perk and DBJ here, I'm going to start with you on this one, Perk. Who's the best matchup, do you think, for the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round?
I think the best matchup for the Lakers would most likely be the Denver Nuggets, to be honest with you. With all they going through, I feel like JJ Redick has figured them out. And I think they have enough. Well, I know they have enough to actually beat them in the 7-game series. We don't know the status of Jamal Murray. We don't know when he's going to come back. And now when you look at the Nuggets, they're still trying to figure it out, right? New coach, the firing of their coach that they won the championship with, a lot of youth on the floor, still don't have a lot of faith in their three-point shooting. But I think they better stay away. The Nuggets don't want to see the Clippers or the Golden State Warriors. Yeah,
I think, as weird as it is to say, because we talked about the Denver Nuggets, DDJ, as the Lakers' kryptonite, and rightfully so for so many years. Since the AD Luka trade, and I'm thinking back to that game that they played right after the trade when they were in Denver and able to secure that win and get that boogeyman off their back, I think I might agree with Perk. Without Jamal Murray in particular, we don't know his status. I think it's Denver. What do you say? Unless it's the Grizzlies, but I don't think it's going to be
the Grizzlies aren't going to make it that far. I would have to agree. I mean, I would say it's anybody except for the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
You do not want to face them. I think that those teams match up well with the Lakers. I think they are not afraid to go into L.A. Of course, the Clippers are not afraid to go into L.A., but those teams are not afraid to come into crypto. I think those are bad matchups for the Lakers. But that leaves the Nuggets, which is a surprising thing for the Nuggets. When last time I was here, they had just beaten OKC. We were talking about the Nuggets as the second best team in the West and the most dangerous team against the Thunder. Now we're talking about them not being able to come out the first round against the Lakers. They have a new coach now. There's Jamal Murray being in flux. Jokic is still Jokic, but it's the way that they have fallen in this last month has been really shocking.
And by no means are we saying this would be an easy series at all whenever meeting up in this first round. The New York Knicks are a great basketball team. We did not see their full complement of players last night, but the Pistons could give them some trouble here in the first round.
They can give them some more than trouble. They can knock them out in that first round. This is a nightmare scenario for this New York Knicks team to be facing this Detroit Pistons squad. First of all, we got to talk about Cade Cunningham, as we just did. They're in a situation with as good as Brunson is, with as great as Karl Anthony Towns is, they will not have the best player on the court when they face Detroit Pistons. The best player on the court is going to be Cade Cunningham. We just saw what he did. 30 points average over the season, but that's not even including the 30-point blowout that they had. The last 3 games, he's averaging about 35 points. This dude knows how to get to his spot against those Knicks. It was mouse in the house all night. He knows how to slow that thing down, and then also he can get the ball to the bigs down low. He has just so many problems for that Knicks team defensively. Then on the other side, this Pistons squad is a top 10 defense since the All-Star break. They can cause a lot of trouble on that end as well.
We've talked about how they have the right infusion of young stars along with vets. It feels like they finally got all the pieces clicking at the right time, and they certainly play tough. J.B. Bickerstaff, of course, has playoff experience. I'm not sure I can go quite as far with you that they have the best player in this series. If Jalen Brunson is at his full complement, of course, he's been working his way back from injury here. For the Knicks to be able to put the Pistons away, what's going to come down to?
It's going to come down to Karl-Anthony Towns to me. It's going to be about him being the guy that he was in that fourth quarter. He's averaging about 25 and 10 against this Pistons squad, but they're going to throw everybody at him. Durant is going to be at him. They're going to have Beef Stew coming after him.
And he loves that matchup.
Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have to be a dominant force down low if they're going to have a shot, to beat this team. Yeah,
the Knicks face the Cavaliers tonight. The Cavaliers, Garland is probable. Mobley and Allen aren't even on the injury report, so we assume they're playing, but no Donovan Mitchell in this one as seeding continues to be jockeyed for around the association. What do you say? Let's go coast to coast. Check in on some of last night's action. We start with Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks. They had no issue against the shorthanded Pelicans. Milwaukee now won 6 straight games. Giannis had 28 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 0 turnovers. And then after the game, Giannis, he spoke about his recent success. Take a listen.
I feel like I'm having fun. That's all. I feel like I'm having fun. If I'm having fun, I'm competing, I'm in a good place. It doesn't matter how many minutes I play or what's in front of me. I just want to, have fun and compete.
So what does a having fun Giannis mean for the Bucks heading into the postseason?
This means that Giannis gives the Bucks a shot against anybody. I mean, he has had to pick up the pieces after this team does not have Dame Lillard, probably won't have him for at least the beginning of the playoffs. Giannis has taken over that responsibility, got everybody involved. The assists have been up, and he said, I'm going to put this team on my shoulder no matter who's missing.
And that's the biggest question mark. Will we see a fully healthy Milwaukee Bucks team? Next up, Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers. They also won their 6th straight. They defeated a Cavaliers team that was without Mitchell, Mobley, and Darius Garland. But hey, you got to beat who's in front of you, right? With the win, they secured a home court in the first round. Perk. We're talking about Tyrese recording his 33rd 10-assist game this season. How much of a problem is this team going to be in the playoffs?
A serious problem, Malika. This team did go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. This team has an identity on both sides of the basketball. Offensively, we know that they're one of the best offensive teams in the league. They're led by the head of the snake and Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam in the half-court set. He could get a bucket.
Well, the Pacers and Bucks, they're both playing their best basketball at the right time. They have an 85% chance again to run it back in the first round. Last year, the Pacers won their meeting in 6 games, but the Bucks have won 3 of their 4 meetings this season. So, Perk, in a 7-game series, who are you giving an edge to, the Bucks or the Pacers?
Without Dame Lillard, we don't know what's his status. I give the slight edge to the Indiana Pacers, but I will say this, right? In my eyes, Giannis is the 2nd greatest power forward of all time behind Tim Duncan. Okay? In this been having, part that I've been seeing to Giannis' game, Malika, is that the assists, him being able to make guys around him better at a high rate. Every time I look up, Giannis is getting a triple-double. And so this is an opportunity for Giannis to go into this postseason and show the world that, hey, I'm Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm still one of the best, if not the best players in the world. So when I look at Giannis, a happy Giannis, I will say this. Although I get a slight edge to the Pacers, I would not be surprised if it goes 7 games. Or Giannis is the best player in that series and the Bucks pull it off.